Some people will ask me what goes on at a school board meeting, what's on the agenda, and if I wanted to watch, how do I follow along? Well, our school board meetings are all public except for a very few amount of topics related to legal and employee issues and student discipline that happen in what's called a closed meeting as allowed by law. The rest are all public, and you are welcome and encouraged to watch in person, to watch it as it's streamed live online, or to watch the recording for FCPS. All of that is published on YouTube, a recording. So what's on a Thursday regular meeting agenda? Well, a regular meeting is when the school board conducts the work of the board, the action taking at that meeting. And we do that in public so you could all see the decisions that we're making, whether it's about how much money we're going to spend, or what curriculum we're going to adopt for the students, or what we're going to pay our staff. The first portion of the meeting is the meeting opening. This begins with the Pledge of Allegiance led by our student representative on the board, and then a rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner performed by one or more of our fabulous students. Then we'll have some board announcements to help with the flow of the meeting, and then we move on to proclamations, which is the board's way of recognizing significant events and observances and celebrations where members of the community or staff might come and join us for a photo and we read a proclamation. Then we will move to the community participation, which if you want to show up and speak up, you can sign up in advance to have 2 minutes to address the school board on any topic, as long as it's not calling out individual students and staff. But there's some rules around that, so you'd want to check to make sure you're in on time. But you can also walk in, and if there's spaces, the community is welcome to provide public input. Then we move on to our student representative. We have one who is on the board who will deliver her remarks and share what's of interest to her and the students that she engages with. Then we get to our action items, and this is where we actually do that business, make decisions, have discussions at the dais among the board, and show how we're doing the business of the board. Next, we'll do sometimes a performance review of the superintendent, which is known as executive limitations, and I do have a separate video about that, so do check that out. It's how we make sure the superintendent is doing the work that the board intends based on what the public is telling us and has voted us in to do. Then we'll have presentations to the board. Sometimes we just hear content because we're going to make a decision on it at a future time. And then after, we might have in the weeks ahead or even months ahead, we'll have more meetings to further go into that content. We might have some other things like board committee reports. The superintendent might give a brief update, but generally that's the gist of a school board meeting. So check it out. It's pretty entertaining. Maybe a good rotation from your Netflix series. Thanks.